the science of CBD.
All righty. Nice little clip we had there. Who's excited? Who wants some more science? You're going to learn another phrase that you're going to share with your friends, your family, your potential prospects. It's written right up here. I want you to walk up to them and I want you to say, is your endocannabinoid system in balance? All right, can we say it? Is your endocannabinoid system in balance? One more time. Is your endocannabinoid system in balance? That's a big word, isn't it? Just tell them, how do you feel? Because CBD covers so many things, and we're going to learn a little bit about it right now. But first, let's blow through some of the myths, all right? You are born with CBD in your body. Okay, this endocannabinoid system is a part of you. See these highlighted areas here? Your brain, your liver, reproductive organs. It's already there. All right, so don't think this stigma that, oh, I'm going to be taking some drugs. No. It's already there. It's already a part of you. The human endocannabinoid system receptors are on every cell surface. They're on every nerve ending. There's two varieties, CBD1 and CBD2. Those are part of your endocannabinoid system. And then CBD, what we're going to learn about in a little bit, is kind of the key that helps those receptor sites communicate better. So again, there shouldn't be any weird stigma about this. It's just lack of education. If people are saying, oh, I don't want to take that, marijuana is bad for me. Well, yeah, marijuana is, but guess what? We're going to learn the difference between hemp and the marijuana plant, all right? But there's this stigma behind it. I want everybody to really educate themselves. This endocannabinoid system is a part of you. You're born with it. Every single cell has CBD1 or CBD2 receptors. What does it control? Take a look at this, you guys. Your hypothalamus, that controls your body temperature, your nervous system, hunger receptors, your thyroid gland, controls your metabolism, your energy levels, your thymus. Guys, thymus is huge. A lot of people don't know what your thymus is or what it does. Anybody ever heard of T cells? B cells? Part of your immune system. They're called the NK cells, natural killer cells. That's your thymus. So the endocannabinoid system controls your thymus and your immune function. So I guess, in other words, your endocannabinoid system affects almost every major function of your body. So again, it's already there. But just like your B vitamins or anything like that, they're there in your body, but do we need B vitamins? Do we need to supplement with those? Do we feel better when we take B vitamins? Yeah. There's no difference between taking CBD and taking a B vitamin. It helps your body function better. For whatever reason, sometimes these systems get blocked. It could be a genetic disorder passed down through your ancestors that keeps your nerve endings from communicating, or some of these organs from working properly. It could be environment, could be stress. For whatever reason, these systems don't work better. CBD helps that communication link. We're going to learn about that. So what is CBD? Who wants to answer? Shout it out. Who can say the word even? All right, cannabidiol, super. We got some educated people out there. CBD is an acronym for cannabidiol. It's non-toxic. It's non-hallucinogenic. Okay? CBD is not the psychoactive property. That's the THC. Now, THC is a type of cannabinoid, but it's not cannabidiol. This is a hard word. Okay? And you don't need to understand it. This is pleiotropic. A pleiotropic nutrient is a nutrient that can adapt itself according to the needs. All right, we just talked about curcumin, right? Dr. Snyder covered how curcumin can affect different areas in the body, and it's one of the only molecules out there that can change to help or change to kill, right? CBD can actually change receptor sites or change its forms to fit into different receptor sites. So it can assist in the communication of your neurotransmitters. So it is a pleiotropic nutrient because it simply adapts itself to the communication needs that your body has. It's a very important function of CBD we'll learn about a little bit later. Over 65 systems in the body can be benefited or can benefit from CBD. 65 systems, you guys. Where are you deficient in? How is CBD going to affect you? I don't know. I can't answer that. There are so many ways it could benefit you. And you know what? If you're like a perfect human being and have no blockages or anything, you may not feel a thing when you take CBD. I doubt that's going to be the case, though. I don't know of any perfect people out there. I don't know, maybe newborn infants, maybe even not. But we all have issues, and we all have areas where CBD might be able to help. And this is kind of how it works. I've kind of said how it can adapt itself to help these neural pathways. So you've got these neurotransmitters in your body that your brain constantly is sending signals out to do things, whether you think about it or not. You don't have to physically think about your thymus producing T cells. You don't have to think about your heartbeat or anything like that. Your brain does all that for you, but it does it through these signal pathways. And if there's a blockage there, if there's some reason why those neurotransmitters can't communicate, CBD can become the bridge. So if your CBD1 and CBD2 receptors aren't communicating properly, taking phytocannabinol, or CBD, can be that bridge for you. You see the little orange things turning into the green things here on the screen? That was representative of a bridge. There are many, many clinical studies on CBD, so don't think that this is some pseudoscience. Don't think that just a bunch of hippies who used to like getting high are now finding a reason to legalize this, all right? Hey, that's one of the, I guess you could say, I don't know, one of the weird thoughts that people have. I've even had doctors say this. Oh, it's just now the hippies are, now that they're in their 50s and 60s and they're getting control of politics, they want to make this legal. And that's not what we're here today to talk about. Let's look at some of the clinical studies that are done on CBD. It enhances, or again, via adaptation, can actually suppress serotonin receptor sites. Why would you want to suppress a serotonin receptor site? Anybody here know somebody who suffers from anxiety? CBD can help suppress those serotonin receptor sites or bring them into balance to where you can turn off that gas pedal that's just making your brain go crazy. And there's a lot of clinical studies on that, by the way. There's other clinical studies on what's called TRV receptors. These are the vanilloid receptors that cause pain. So CBD can help with pain. Now, we've already talked about pain with Renew and how OPCs can affect inflammation and pain. So we keep building upon, our products here. Again, we talk about how 1 + 1 can equal 8. Imagine if you're a chronic pain sufferer and you start taking Renew, get a little bit of relief, add the Eternal, get a little bit of relief, take the CBD, and then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, I don't need the opioids anymore. Wouldn't that be incredible? There's clinical studies out there showing that can happen. GPR55 receptors. This is blood pressure, bone density, some other functions, very crucial. One of the biggest problems we have in our country, about age 65, when women hit that and they go into that, what they call the postmenopausal years, as their estrogen levels drop, their bone density drops too. About 1 in 4 women over the age of 65 that see their doctor, they're either osteopenic or osteoporosis, one of those. So pre-bone density issues. CBD can help with that. There's PPAR receptors that affect cancer growth and how cancer cells multiply and spread. There's a lot of anti-cancer studies on CBD. What I want you guys to do is just go home and Google clinical research on CBD. You'll be super surprised. Like right now, there's about 2,800 ongoing clinical studies on CBD. There's about 2,000 already finished. Right now, currently, it's one of the most widely researched phytochemicals, even more so than curcumin right now. Curcumin was probably the most researched 3-4 years ago, but CBD has just been, everybody's wanted to do clinical studies on CBD. Some of the most recent are the PPAR gamma receptors for anti-Alzheimer's. Isn't it amazing how, I mean, what does pain have to do with Alzheimer's, or bone density have to do with cancer? Nothing. It's because this endocannabinoid system is already through all parts of our body, and so there's so many benefits we can get from this. It also enhances the production of our own internal, the endocannabinoids that are already in your body. So remember how I mentioned like B vitamins, right? We take B vitamins so that it can help, other things in our body function better, but those B vitamins are also necessary for life. We have not done enough research on CBD to find out if it's necessary for life yet, but we do know that they are already in our body. We just don't know their exact function, probably because there's so many. But I can imagine the day where CBD will be the next vitamin. Just like I believe coenzyme Q10 is going to be another vitamin someday. Vitamin is simply a phrase or a term that we give a phytochemical that we have proven essential for life. And you watch, you mark my words, 5 to 10 years from now, CoQ10 will become a vitamin. Maybe another 5 years after that, we're going to see CBD becoming a vitamin. We know it's essential. It's found in plants you're eating right now. Did you know broccoli contains small amount of cannabinoids? Super small, they're trace amounts. But where the most highest concentrations are found are in the hemp plant. We'll cover hemp a little bit later. Disorders CBD can assist with. Anybody know anybody that's got something on this list? Come on, raise your hand, let's see it. Has everybody got their hands raised? Read it. Can you read all of them? It's kind of small. CTE, Alzheimer's, migraines, glioblastomas, Parkinson's, PTSD. We had a whole bunch of military up here in the morning. Ex-military, veterans. PTSD, you guys, there's a lot of clinical studies with CBD and PTSD right now. Hypertension, Crohn's. I spoke with a gentleman this morning who suffered from Crohn's for most of his life. Irritable bowel syndrome. It's more and more common now because of our diets and lifestyles. Osteoporosis, so I already covered that. Guys, there are so many things that this product can cover. You have no excuse not to get out there and share this with other people. All right? It's easy, just open your mouth. Vasayo CBD1. Hemp. Hemp is not marijuana. In fact, I'm going to give you a little history lesson here. When Thomas Jefferson closed the deal on the Louisiana Purchase, and he started telling people they could go settle in the new Louisiana territory, and you could get your free 40 acres, or it was back then how many lots you wanted. I think the minimum was 160 acres. You had to plant half of your cultivated ground in hemp in order to claim your free land. And you had to sell that hemp back to the government at the time. We were in the War of 1812. We needed the ropes and the sails for our ships, for our Navy. So we have been growing hemp in this country for a long time. It was only until much later, in the early 1905, when it became illegal. But again, that was a miscommunication. People started growing marijuana instead of hemp on their 40 acres. Hemp, for over 175 years, has been selectively bred to contain no THC. You can't get high smoking hemp. Won't work. Okay, it doesn't have that THC in it. So our product inherently has no THC. And there's another myth I want to dispel. Some people say, well, CBD doesn't work without THC. What did you just learn today? There's cannabinoids already in your body. You're born with it. But you're not born with THC. We're not born high. Okay? So that myth is completely false. Now, if you want to get high, then yes, CBD helps perpetuate the THC and boost that. But the opposite is not true. You don't need THC to make CBD work. Okay? there's some guys out there that have said that. Well, don't you need THC to make CBD work? No, it's just not true, because the stuff's already in your body, all right? Another difference, the process that we're using to make this product is controlled from plant to package, okay? Every step along the way. Our product is organic and it's non-GMO. Remember, we've had this selective breeding cycle for hundreds of years to breed out the THC in this product, in hemp. It's naturally THC free. We don't need to genetically modify it. There are other countries out there and places that are behind the curve, and so they're trying to, scientifically, genetically modify their stuff to weed out the THC, but there's strains out there that are naturally THC free. We don't need to genetically modify it. So plant to package, organic, non-GMO, broad spectrum. This is another question I've been getting a lot of. People ask, well, is it full spectrum or is it broad spectrum? I need you to understand the terminology as you're talking to people. What would a full spectrum CBD look like? It would contain THC. If it was full and had everything in it, because THC is a type of cannabinoid, then it would have THC in it. Ours is broad spectrum. It's got about 113 from what I've read on the patent, about 113 different types of cannabinoids in there. CBD, CBN, CBC, CBG, it's all in there with the exception of THC. So remember that term, broad spectrum versus full spectrum. We use a broad spectrum. If it was full spectrum, you need a prescription for it. It would probably get you high, all right? And then let's not forget liposomal. Liposomes are what make this product ultra unique. Daniel's going to come up and tell you some more things about it as he unveils the product. You're going to learn more things about what makes this product unique. But again, the liposome is what carries this CBD directly to the cell. CBD is one of those things that is not easily, the phytocannabinoids, the kind you take into your mouth, are not easily assimilated, okay? Liposomes help increase that bioavailability, and I think Daniel's going to explain a little bit more about the patent and the studies behind this product and what makes it unique. There's another myth out there that I'm going to have to dispel right now. A lot of people are saying, hey, Tracey formulated this. Guys, I wish I knew everything. One of the things that makes a person successful, and you've heard this before, is to align yourself with people that are better than you at some things, all right? I'm not the expert on CBD. We found a guy. We found a product. Somebody else did all the research. And I'm super happy to be working with him. We don't need, I don't need to go out there and formulate the best at everything. I don't know, I can't do that, all right? So I bring in experts. My scientific advisory board, they all know things different than I do. They're experts in their fields. When it came to CBD, we wanted to find the best. We wanted to work with the best. You guys deserve it. We need it as a company, so that's what we did, okay? I did not formulate this product. I got to review it. I got to look at it. I got to read the science, read the literature, and it's exactly what I wanted. If I were to do it, couldn't have done it better myself. I couldn't have done it, okay? Because I'm not the expert in this. So I just need you to understand, Vasayo will always do what we can for you so that we're the leader of the pack, so that we've got the best. Put you in a position to win, all right? Thank you very much.